Hey guys, so we're back with little sleepy man himself, and also while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna give myself a drink. I've got my bottle of frozen water, and it's pretty much frozen. I've got a bunch of these, like these. My friend gave me a whole bunch of them. What's this one? Cotton candy. Let's try cotton candy. I've never had this one, so I don't know what to expect. I don't think I've ever had cotton candy flavored water before, and I filled it up pretty high up, so I might just put two in there. But Tangled. So Tangled, not that old of a movie, really. Came out 2010. Well, yes, you're like, oh, it's been like 15 plus years and blah blah blah. Does it really warrant a live action remake? So Disney live action Tangled paused after Snow White box office disaster. Because I guarantee you they're gonna make her like freaking what's her face, Olivia, whatever the hell her name is, the black chick from Wicked. Guarantee you they're gonna race swap and give her like no hair at all. Um, at least that's the rumor, but that's just a theory, a film theory, and cut. Um, but yeah, so people are one, they're tired of live action remakes, and two, they're tired of live action remakes that are soulless, hollow, um, not respecting source material. You know, Snow White was named Snow White because her skin was as white as snow, her hair as black as ebony, and her lips as red as blood, or roses, depending on which version you're reading. The Brothers Grimm version says lips as red as blood. Um, However, in Disney's version, it's as roses, as red as roses, because they don't want to say blood. Huh. Smells kind of like fruit punch, I mean. But people are tired of live action remakes just disrespecting source material. You know, you have a classic like Snow White, and it should have translated great. I mean, apart from dwarves, which could be played by real people, there's, poison apples, there's a little bit of magic, but nothing, that we haven't seen done perfectly fine before. I mean, we have movies with nothing but CGI, and they look amazing. So, adapting a classic tale like Snow White should have been easy, but instead, they'd rather put Rachel Zegler at the front, have her to, kind of promote the movie, and instead of promoting it, she just divides everyone. Now it's time for the motion I'm really good at. Is it not gonna? Is the ice gonna block it? No, never mind. Actually, wait. The shake weight. Oh, that is cold though, and because it's cold, it's not really breaking down the way it should. Still got like little bits of chunked, clumped together sugar. Just as provocative as possible. Um, that should be fine. Let the let everything mingle. Um, that is cold. No, it was like a frozen chunk, and I had to use my amazing strength to crush it all enough to freaking get stuff in there before. Um, but people have spoken, and they're tired of live action. People are tired of live action. They're tired of remakes. They're tired of live action remakes. They're tired of Hollywood not having any original ideas. They're just like, hey guys, remember that classic tale that you knew as a child? Well, we're gonna do it again, live action. Get to re-experience the magic. And then you're sitting there, it's dull and bland and soulless, and you're like, when's the magic show up? Is the magic coming? I've been sitting here for an hour and 20 minutes now. Still no magic. When's it showing up? Or is it fake like Santa? Hell, Santa's more real than the magic that you told me I was about to experience with this movie. So, the Walt Disney Company live-action Tangled adaptation has reportedly been put on pause following Disney's Snow White. Oh, look at the wind. The wind is picking up. The wind is picking up. Feels really nice, though. It's supposed to be like early 60s all week this week, which is great because I'm sick of the heat. It was like 90 degrees all weekend. Back in December, Deadline Matt Grobaugh reported that Disney was working on a live-action adaptation of Tangled. And director Michael Gracie, scriptwriter Jennifer Caitlin Robinson, and producer Kristen Burr and Lucy Catata. The Lucy Catata. What a wonderful name. The Hollywood Reporter's Boris Kitt and Mia Galupo reported that the film has been put on pause, according to studio insiders. This report comes in the wake of the Walt Disney Company potentially losing upwards to $350 million. About 350. 350. On its live-action remake of Snow White, the film has only grossed $77.4 million domestic and just $75.8 million international for a global gross of $153.2 million. The film is on a worse trajectory domestically than the Brie Larson-led The Marvels film when factoring for inflation. The Marvels had grossed $79.3 million by the end of its third Sunday in 2025 dollars. The original Tangled animated film starring Mandy Moore, which nobody hears about anymore, and Zachary Levi grossed $200.8 million domestically and $381.6 million internationally for a global gross of $582.4 million globally back in 2010. That would be $852.2 million in 2025 dollars. Furthermore, the film added another $236.7 million in domestic video sales, or $346.4 million when calculating for inflation. While Disney is reportedly putting a pause on Tangled, it does have at least two other live-action adaptations in the works. First is Lilo and Stitch, which we saw a trailer to, and it looks decent. I mean, that I think was everyone's biggest concern. But Stitch looks like Stitch. He's goofy. He's lovable. This is him in the live. He's adorable. So, I think that's what people were afraid the most of was, what is Stitch going to look like? But then when they show him, it's like, he looks like the plushies. He looks like the cartoon. But then seeing the movie itself, it'll be a different thing. But Lilo and Stitch, May 23rd, which is really, really, really soon. We got about a month and a half away. Live action, and then the live action Moana film is expected to arrive in theaters on July 10th, 2026. Tangled is not the only live action film that Disney has put on pause or scrapped. In March 2024, Sword in the Stone live-action director Juan Carlos Fresnadillo told Screen Rant that the film was unlikely to be made. That's a shame. That's a good movie, too. He said that the project that I was attached to years ago was put on hold. From this day, to be honest with you, I don't know what's going to happen. I think it's a great project and a great story that needs to be told. I mean, it's a great movie. I mean, another classic, but like, can't be done nowadays. It's not about putting passion into these anymore and having people relive, their childhood and have nostalgia. It's about, hey guys, we're gonna make a movie, a live action adaptation of a movie and a series that you loved as a kid, and we're gonna make money off of it. They don't give a crap. That's the whole point. It's them making money. But if that's all you're trying to do is just make money and you're not putting any heart or soul into it, you're not going to make any money because people are going to see, just like Snow White, people saw right through it. People saw right through it. Between that and Rachel Zegler not knowing how to shut the hell up, people saw right through it, and people spoke with their wallets. Hence why it bombed. So, as you can imagine, with all these movies, you never know when it's going to happen. I really hope that Disney greenlight them. I really hope that Disney greenlights the movie, but right now I don't think anything about it. Also, the experience that I have now after Damsel would be fantastic to apply to The Sword and the Stone, for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. It is possible that the Walt Disney Company might be rethinking its entire animated to live action pipeline. It better be. Also, finally taking a sip of this to see what it tastes like. Okay. Okay. It tastes like cotton candy.
Meowth wanted cotton candy. I certainly wanted cotton candy.
No, you can't have one, Meowth. You're a cat.
I'm more human than you are, James.
As noted by Kit and Galupo in their report, Disney named Daria Sursek as its head of live-action theatrical films. Sursek was previously at Paramount Pictures as the co-president of its motion picture group alongside Mike Ireland. She reports to David Greenbaum, who replaced Sean Bailey as the president for Disney Live Action and 20th Century Studios in 2024. How are we feeling about this live action remake being canceled or put on pause? Right here. Yeah, stop making live actions if you don't want to put the passion and the magic into it. Again, we're told, like, oh, relive your memories, your childhood memories. You know, those memories you formed as a child, now you can relive them, but with your child. And you're sitting there, and your kid's sitting there, is like, when's the magic going to happen? When are those memories of my childhood about ready, you know, when are they going to flood back to me? Because it's an hour and 20 minutes into the movie, and it hasn't happened yet. Because it's not about actually reliving your childhood or re-experiencing the magic. It's about cashing in, because they know people are going to be stupid enough to believe them when they say, relive your childhood memories. You know? They don't question it. They don't think, oh, gee, all these other films failed miserably. But this one, no, this one's going to be A-okay. This one's totally going to recapture the magic that I want. But modern day, why settle for something high quality when people are more than happy to settle for less? You will have nothing and you will like it. But yeah, 2010, and oh, we need to make a live action remake. Lilo and Stitch, How to Train Your Dragon. The movies aren't that old. Like, if you're gonna remake something like 50s, 60s, 70s, not something that was in the 2000s. Let's just stop. You're gonna remake How to Train Your Dragon, How to Train Your Dragon, and we're gonna remake this movie like Mighty Hero or whatever the fucking is. We're gonna remake live action remake of that. And we have all these other Disney and Pixar, DreamWorks movies that we're gonna make remake. Stop. But oh well. If people really want to see Tangled, they can go back and watch the original, which is amazing. Simple as that. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.